Sneeples. If you're going to play Nationals or the Calling in Las Vegas, there's also going to be side events that are commoner, particularly one that will give you a gold foil if you win. So that's worthy of some eyes, some attention, and even of a deck tech. So I got some IRA here. We're going to go over why this commoner deck tech is the one to hopefully get the gold foil. And something I actually might attend to. It had to be a very specific scenario. I'd have to make top 8 of Nats, maybe lose the first round, couldn't make it to the Blitz, Battle Hardened Blitz. So I'm playing the commoner gold foil event. Who knows? Either way, commoner is a fun format. Let's get into deck tech.
All right, so let's talk about IRA. Let's get into why she is going to be the commoner deck to beat. So first talk about IRA. Let's talk about her ability. The second attack each turn gets +1. That doesn't even have to have on the same combat chain. It doesn't even have to be an attack action, just attack. So IRA just has a solid ability, 20 health, 4 intelligence. Alright, we're going to be running the Mask of Shifting Perspectives. This works especially well with our Kodachis. If we don't have a very good hand, we can come in with one Kodachi, usually they'll hit, use the attack reaction here to sink a card out of our hand to hopefully draw something that makes our hand better. But if not, it is a block and we'll take that. Next up is Hardened Cross Trap. This is our best piece of equipment that is legal in Commoner. This card is so good that it's banned in Blitz. Just having 2 free resources is going to be huge, and I'll show you why when we get to the deck. Blade Cuff. Blade Cuff is kind of a situational card. You might play Breaking Scales, but I kind of like Blade Cuff in some niche instances. It blocks for 1 just like Breaking Scales, but this could give your daggers a +1 if you have like an all blue hand. Then we have Snapdragon Scalers, and this is going to be probably your default legs. Good as this will hit nearly all of the cards within our deck, with just a few exceptions. If you're going to run into any wizards, you're going to want to play No Room Gloves. You also have Tide Flippers. This is a very good one because it allows you to keep going. And then No Room Hood to cover it up. Your weapons are Kodachis. You're going to be running both Kodachis, with the exception that you could run the Zephyr Needle. Only run this when you're facing a Kano. That's not going to have D-Reacts. And only attack with it as the second attack, so they can get the +1. Alright, now let's talk about the deck itself. So first we're going to talk about the cards that have Go Again, that keeps the engine running. That's Bittering Thorns here. This is a 1 for 3. 1 for 3 that pumps up our next attack if it hits. Ideally, you're going to come in with this on the second attack. So Pitch a Blue Kodachi for 1, Bittering Thorns for 4. That becomes a breakpoint, and it can plus your next attack, whether that be a Kodachi or whatever else. We also have Leg Tap. This is just a 1 for 4 Go Again. That's really all there is to it. We are running the Rising Knee Thrust, but that is one of our blues. So if the combo happens, cool, but we're not forcing the combo. Ultimately, it's 1 for 4 Go Again. Scar for Scars. Just good cards, right? 0 for 4 Go Agains. Just Value Town, basically. And Ira is all about Value Town. Now, this is why I wanted to actually play Ira in the first place, because she is the only commoner hero that has a specialization, since her specialization is a common. And it's a very good one, too, because if it hits after you hit with one previous attack, the one right before it, I should say, then you can draw 2 cards. So you want to pair this up with some sort of attack reactions, which we have a few in the deck. Next up, we got Soul Beast Strike. This is a 0 for 4 conditional Go Again. Kind of like Scar for Scar's conditional Go Again. This one's a little bit harder. But it does block for 3 as well, so it could just be a good blocking card. Take the Torrent of Tempo, a 1 for 5 going in, but conditional. And again, just kind of a good blocking card. Just a little bit of a beefier Soul Beast Strike, really. All right, Critical Strike is just a 1 for 5 that blocks for 3, but no go again. There's not any more really go again cards after that. But this is just a solid card in this deck. Oftentimes, you're going to go Kadachi for 1, Kadachi for 2, and then something like a Critical Strike. And basically, with 2 cards, you present 8 damage, which is, that's like Bull-Lander numbers. That's efficiency numbers. Push to point. This card's awesome. This is a 1 for 4, but if your last attack hit, it becomes a 1 for 6. Oftentimes, you want to come in with Gadachi and then come in with a push to point. It will then add up to be, 4 plus 2 plus 1 from IRA. So then this becomes a 7. So you 2 card 8, which is good value. If you come in this second, so you go Kadachi and then second Kadachi, if that Kadachi gets blocked, then you're actually losing some big value. So this actually might be better off just coming in for the first one, but it could be a little risky, especially if you pitch a blue, you'll have 1 extra resources because this does not have go again. All right, Stony Wootenhog. This goes back to the Heart and Cross Strap. Stony Wootenhog is really good because Heart and Cross Strap basically makes it free, and that's kind of the idea behind it. It is a 2 for 6, but it's 2 for 7 unless blocked by 2 or more. And it just comes in for free with the Hardened Cross Strap. Or if you pitch a blue, Kadachi for 1, and then Stony Wootenhog for 7 or 8, which is, again, a 2 card, 8 good value. Salt the Wound here. This is a great card to follow up your 2 Kadachi hits, making it a 0 for 4. Very good. Also, just a yellow pitch that costs 0 to can help pay for your Kadachis as well. We are running a bit of D-Reacts, as this is a very value-heavy deck, and these D-Reacts are very good on the value. 0 for 4 block is extremely good, and that's why we have it in Seek Belows as well. And then we even have Springboard Somersault. Now this, you have to go a little extra mile to make this a 0 for 4, but not the worst thing because at least it does pitch for yellow, which makes it a good Kadachi engine. Next up is Razor Reflexes. This is really what you want to pair with your Whirling Mist Blossom, because if you can get this card to connect with a Razor Reflex to help make sure it hits, drawing 2 extra cards could be so huge with IRA. So definitely something you really want to do. It also gives your attacks go again. So if you follow this with like a push to point or whatever else, Critical Strike, now you can keep continuing the chain. So a very good card. This is our other attack reaction, Lunging Press here. You might have noticed with Lunging Press and Springboard Somersault that these have a rarity, but these were printed in the IRA Welcome deck, and they had a common rarity, so therefore they're actually legal and commoner. But we have this in our deck because it is a 0 pitch to help fuel our Kadachi engine, but it also gives a +1 to our attacks, and that's very, very good when we just need to get that extra damage in to ensure the hit or to take the kill. All right, next is just going to be our Kadachi engine cards, but what we look for when doing a Kadachi engine card is it needs to block for 3, cost 0, and it's blue pitch. Now it's a bonus when they have a 2 attack. And this one could potentially have go again. So we really do like Soul Beat Strike, probably our best Kadachi engine. Or Wounded Blow, same deal, just without the conditional go again. And now we lose our 2 attack, unfortunately. Whelming Gust Wave, just a 1 attack. Really all there is to it. Rising Nitros has the ability to become a 0 for 3 with go again. I wouldn't try to hold this in Arsenal or a late tap in Arsenal to make this combo work. If the combo's there in your hand, go for it. If it's not, don't try to force it. Don't try to wait for it. It's not worth it. This is just really a pitch card or a block card, not an attack card. And then finally, we end with 1-2 punch. Just the same thing here. 3 defense, 0 cost, blue pitch. All right, so that is the IRA Commoner deck. I think IRA is going to be in a very good spot for commoner. It's just a value town deck, just playing good cards and getting just a little extra value. You're basically playing 2-card 8s, and that is where you win games. So I hope this deck does well for you, and I hope you can get the gold foil with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep on fabbing.